Hello and welcome to Bargain and Subscription Gaming. My name is Rich, and it's time to play a little more Disco Elysium. We left our guy last time just outside the racist guy. We had internalized his terrible theories, and now it's time to talk to him again and gain access to the union boss. All right, let's move our camera over here and continue our game. There he is.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Okay. I think I know what the race enigma is. I believe that's where we gotta go.
And
Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory. Just something you shock people with liberal and progressive people. Whatever you want it to be, it's a free associating language exercise. It's a degenerate race here. I don't know about the rest, but it should be clear I should stop drinking ancient Illyrian wine parts of alcohol. The stump is ready to be superseded by the Aeropagite Super. I can serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a... I think we're going to go... You plan to supersede the Occident with their own race theory.
look, babe. The minion of law is also a racist. But his racism is basic and road. He thinks he has solved the great race enigma by describing a road mechanism of scientific competition.
So unadvanced.
The basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory. An esoteric study reaching back to the ancient mass society of Pericarnassus over 4,500 years ago. Basic racist, I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad. Like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door.
That's all I wanted.
Very well. You may enter the door once. Our race conversation here has concluded.
Finally. Let's go.
Let's go in and talk to the union boss. What do we got in here? Dewey typewriter model name on its back. Every worker member of the board is written at the top of the flyer. What's that? Take off. Book key. Okay, let's see what that is. We have skill points. I think we have 2 skill points now. Yes. So we should go try some of these things we failed before, so that we can. Okay, item interactable. So we have the photo of the tattoo, and we have leading intellectual organ of Martinez communism, a radical Mazovian perspective, ranging temperatures. The cover features a stylized portrait of late King Friesel with a pair of white antlers growing out of his head. We'll check that out later, I'm sure. Someone left coffee in the machine. Article in the palette looks almost sentient. Senate office file cabinet drawers need to be locked. Okay.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Open
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse through the folders.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. 2 kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Well, we have 50% chance. We can try.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Look at the
It
note.
appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everart's plants, sweep office floor, more banners. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
The special borscht seems a bit odd in the list. What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Blood? Remember, Leo, all items on the list have hundreds of documents contained, and the same material. You already went through all of these. The drawer slides shut. An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade after the war, the Eastern Bank is already fully renovated. Hillsides are lush with gardens, residents, and so on. Park a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. These were stuffed away in the dockwork regime office. They're perfect for scooping down paperwork when the sun tries to get in your eyes. Good for staring down those spikes too. Alright, time to go up. I guess I don't see anything else in here we can take or steal.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. There is a white rectangle clearly visible on its back. This is your cloak. You can feel it.
Yes, it does bear the RCM insignia, and we are the only detectives in Martinez. The service cloak issued to you by your station? Yes, I do.
As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips. I will shield you from the elements and give my life for yours. That's what the cloak is relaying.
Only bonuses from the cloak. Please cover me from heavy tarpaulin. Well, it'd be night, wind, and waterproof. It works for 3 bullet holes scattered on its surface. Sure, white rectangle on the Elysium covers the garment's back. Alright, let's put that thing on, huh? And the Disco Nest Blazer only gives us Spirit Core, whereas this uses that and Shivers. Like, we get 2 things for that. What's over here? Collecting rainwater. What's that? All around your great machines and quintessence. I want to know what that is. Our wild pine trees are printed on the screen covering what looks like forest under snow. Something rare. Let's go back up and check the path over here real quick. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Rent and potent Pilsner. I think we were up here drinking. 3 packs of cigarette butts.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
Kim, I'm going to take a quick inside.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
We're going to take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man is young, dark-skinned, and dressed in a Royal Carabinieri uniform. The girl is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that?
Something about this man piques my interest.
Fine. But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Okay, leave.
Snow is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Did I do this?
Well, yes. I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
It's really sad. I must have been miserable. Looks like I had a lot of fun. I'm still not completely convinced it was him. It must have been an advanced scouting mission in the harbor. I must have been really miserable.
Yes. This scene isn't exactly ripping with joy.
Dude, you ain't right talking about me like that. Carnes means white fort, or that. Well, as pretty as this is, some of these maps are a little difficult to navigate because you're like, I don't know which direction. Now what? This sure has oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Not more monies. Getting all the money. We're up to $5 almost. Except we're silent. There's no work to organize in the yard. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. What's in the box? What's in the box? No, it doesn't do anything when I click on it, okay? It just goes click, 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 click. More money. Industrial-sized thermos, smells like burnt coffee. This guy looks, banners sagged to their weight of rants and wave on red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Tiny man is so engaged in his voice he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What's it with you people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am, yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
The containers in the yard are green in Wild Pine's livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in Union colors. It's like some red infection was spreading outwards from the container yard's core.
Has anyone told you why you need to change covers?
No, not really. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things. Says I go and tell them to everyone.
She's got a massive wreck.
Yes, they are hiding it from the inside. All the red containers have the Debarders Union logo on them.
Thanks, Leo. You've been very helpful.
Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all.
What is that container over there? Point to the container suspended from the crane arm.
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Are you the Leo that wrote
Oh,
that?
yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht. Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
What do you mean by taking the soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Look, who makes it in the world?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Looks like this borscht is spiked. I'm gonna look into
Oh,
it.
sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Ours are ruined. Harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Really? Did they kill someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
He probably doesn't know anything anyway. Who in their right mind would tell him?
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am. Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tooth. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
He respects that word.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years she has.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
I think you're doing a great job around here,
Yes,
Leo.
this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright. Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubies are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
I'm looking for the leader of the Blackbird.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just don't know where I can find him in a minute.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
Let's go see the union boss. Giant coffee thermos is lukewarm. The stairs made with pallets leading up.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing.
Are you
He
in
simply
charge of
stares
our
at you.
affairs?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everett Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as...
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another. So tell me, How can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Take the comically large check, but don't say anything.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me?
No.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best...
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull.
Damage from
Lost
that.
and gun. When he said, don't worry, he actually meant, be very worried.
How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
8%. We're gonna lose this check.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what? Men can
You
cry
want
too.
to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't...
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
I don't know, Harry's. Your mind go to the safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Actually, this chair's uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Could you help me get a dead body down from a tree? I want to talk to you about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
And since
But
there's
there's a
butt.
thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors. And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colors, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing...
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Whose door?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over, so Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look...
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
I think we're gonna have to accept the task.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
We're gonna be working with the Union, I think.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Could you help me get that?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
Also, I studied the footprints at the crime scene.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you. Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. And, Jean, please take it easy with the race signs. He's had enough of that. You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you. Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me... My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Words flow like a river of honey from his... I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost...
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some
Drama.
probing first.
Read shipping folders before drama.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man.
That means he doesn't really know anything. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
I'm gonna leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering how I was supposed to get out. Great. Wouldn't want to get stuck in
Here,
here.
you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Alright. We should use our health things because we got a little beat up emotionally. Heal the morale, heal our health. We're all healed up. I think we're going to save it here. Right outside the big... let's look at the fish first, though. Text and refresh tells the time. Okay. Yes. Put the gloves on. And the coat on. We don't have our disc grass blades around anymore, but I think it's a good place to stop. If you'd like to see more Disco Elysium, I think I'm going to try to, play this through entirely. As the character's going right now is working with the Union and going with the communist stuff, and I think that's the line I'm gonna take with him. I'd like to know what you guys think about it. Please, like, share, and subscribe. Write comments. It helps this channel grow, and I will see you all next time.